What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Mel, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, November 3rd, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. The 50th annual CMA Awards have all been handed out. Garth Brooks was the night's biggest winner, taking home Entertainer of the Year from surprise presenter Taylor Swift. Chris Stapleton won Male Vocalist of the Year. Carrie Underwood won Female Vocalist of the Year. Little Big Town won Vocal Group of the Year. The Brothers Osborne won Vocal Duo of the Year. Album of the Year went to Eric Church for his album Mr. Misunderstood. New Artist of the Year went to Marin Morris. Song of the Year went to Humble and Kind, written by Laurie McKenna. Single of the Year went to Thomas Rhett for Die a Happy Man. Musical Event of the Year went to Dierks Bentley featuring Ellie King with Different for Girls. Musician of the Year went to Dan Huff, who plays guitar. And Music Video of the Year went to Chris Stapleton for Fire Away. Pop music superstar Beyonce was a surprise performer at the 50th Annual Country Music Association Awards ceremony in Nashville Wednesday night. She and her fellow Texans, the Dixie Chicks, sang an electrifying rendition of Daddy's Lessons, which had most of the country crowd in the Bridgestone Arena on its feet. The gala's co-host, Brad Paisley, tweeted earlier in the day when rumors started swirling that Beyonce would be part of the show. Frequently, country crosses over, but every now and then a major pop superstar wants to be a part of it too. Welcome Beyonce, #CMA Awards 50. In the trailer for the upcoming film Gifted, Chris Evans plays an uncle who fights to give his intellectually gifted niece a normal life. Evans stars as Frank, a single man raising his sister's daughter, Mary, a math prodigy, who enters a brutal custody battle with his mother in an attempt to keep Mary's life as normal as possible. Mary's gifts are discovered by her teacher, played by Jenny Slate, who recommends Mary enter a school for the gifted children. Frank declines the offer, noting his sister would have not wanted that for Mary. Frank's mother, played by Lindsay Duncan, takes Frank to court to sue for custody of Mary. Gifted, which premieres in theaters April 12, 2017, also stars Octavia Spencer and Julie Ann Emery. Beauty and the Beast fans got their first glimpse of Emma Watson as Belle on Wednesday. The 26-year-old English actress and Dan Stevens brought the Disney classic to life for the November 11th cover of Entertainment Weekly. Watson said of the 1991 animated version, "I can't even think how many times I watched it as a child. I knew all the words by heart. I knew all the songs by heart." Watson and Stevens channeled Belle and the Beast's dance to Beauty and the Beast from the cover. Custom designer Jacqueline Durand told the magazine it took several tries to get the actress's iconic gown right. She revealed, "We tested out a lot of yellows. I was just trying to work out the tone. It's still made for silk, but it has a satin finish, so it's less transparent than other organza. There's a cage under some parts of the skirt, but mainly it's layers of organza that just gives it a lift for it to have lightness." Durand added, "For Emma, it was important that the dress wouldn't be restrictive and that it had a lot of movement. In Emma's reinterpretation, Belle is an active princess. She did not want a dress that was corseted or would impede her in any way." Disney had announced the live-action remake starring Watson in January 2015. The film will co-star Luke Evans, Emma Watson, Ewan McGregor, Sir Ian McKellen, and Josh Gad, with Chicago Hummer Bill Condon as director. Condon said in a behind-the-scenes video in September, "I was so excited to hear that Disney was thinking about doing a live-action version. When something is so perfect, why get near it? The answer is technology has caught up to the ideas that were introduced in that movie." Beauty and the Beast will open in theaters on March 17, 2017. Paige O'Hara, who voiced Belle in the 1991 version, told USA Today in September that Watson is a perfect pick for the live-action remake. Zach Galifianakis, Andre Holland, and Levi Miller have signed on to star in director Ava DuVernay's next film, A Wrinkle in Time. According to Variety, Galifianakis joined the Disney production based on the 1962 Madeleine L'Engle novel of the same name as The Happy Medium, while Holland will play the principal and Miller will appear as Calvin. Holland has experience working with DuVernay in 2014's Selma and stars in the recently released Moonlight. Miller, meanwhile, is best known for starring as Peter Pan in Warner Bros.' 2015 fantasy epic Pan. The trio of actors joined the star-studded ensemble cast includes Chris Pine, Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, Mindy Kaling, Gugu Mbatha-Raw, and Storm Reed of 12 Years of Slave fame in the lead role. The story will follow a young girl attempting to find her scientist father, who is trapped inside the mysterious fifth dimension. DuVernay said of the film, "Since day one, this experience has shimmered with the promise and possibility, the passion and power that only great stories offer." She also added, "And Madeleine L'Engle's book is a great story indeed. A cool, quirky tale of an imperfect girl on an otherworldly expedition that has been praised and banned, dissected, and celebrated the world over for more than 50 years. On behalf of all the filmmakers, artists, and craftspeople in our Wrinkle in Time family, we are genuinely thrilled by and truly grateful for the opportunity to make this film together. A Wrinkle in Time currently has no release date." Holliday Grainger is to play Robin Ellicott opposite Tom Burke's detective Cormoran Strike in a new 7-part television series. Based on the 3 of J.K. Rowling's crime novels, which she wrote under the pseudonym Robert Gibraltar, the show is to go into production in London this month. It will air on the BBC in the United Kingdom and on HBO in the United States. Grainger said in a statement Wednesday, "I'm thrilled to be joining the talented creative team behind the Strike series, especially with the role of Robin Ellicott. Her grounded strength and intelligence is going to be a joy to explore. I can't wait to dive straight into the wit and grit of Strike's cannonly well-observed London." Rowling added, "I couldn't be more delighted about the casting of Holliday Grainger, who brought my Robin to perfect on-screen life during her audition. We've now secured 2 superb actors in the lead roles, and I think they will create something very special together." Grainger is best known for her roles in La Borgias, Bonnie and Clyde, and Lady Chatterley's Lover. Rowling is also the author of the blockbuster Harry Potter fantasy books. Netflix announced that Marvel series regulars Rosario Dawson, Scott Glenn, and Rachael Taylor will appear in their upcoming superhero ensemble series, The Defenders. Announced on Twitter Wednesday alongside a promotional clip featuring the trio of stars, Dawson is set to reprise her role as Nurse Claire Temple, while Glenn will be returning as Daredevil's blind Sensei Stick, with Taylor once again showing up as Jessica Jones' adopted sister Trish Walker. Netflix wrote alongside the announcement video, which also proclaims, "All friendships die hard, those who surround us defend us." Dawson, Glenn, and Taylor join a growing cast, which also includes other stars from Netflix Marvel line, including Eden Henson as Daredevil's best friend Foggy Nelson, Simone Mizik as Luke Cage's partner Detective Misty Knight, Carol Ann Moss as attorney Hogarth, who works with Jessica Jones, and Jessica Jones' neighbor Malcolm, played by Ika Daredevil. The Defenders, which is scheduled to appear on Netflix following the premiere of Iron Fist, will bring together the streaming service's collection of Marvel heroes, including Daredevil, played by Charlie Cox, Jessica Jones, played by Kristen Ritter, Luke Cage, played by Mike Coulter, and Iron Fist, played by Finn Jones, in order to take on a common enemy, played by Sigourney Weaver. John Berthenot, who portrays the Punisher in the shared television universe, is also rumored to be making an appearance. Netflix also announced it has renewed its crime thriller Longmire for a 6th and final season. Based on the Walt Longmire mystery novels by Craig Johnson, the show stars Robert Taylor, Katie Shakoff, Lou Diamond Phillips, Cassidy Freeman, Adam Bartley, and A. Martinez. It is set in Wyoming. Executive producers Greer Shepard, Hunt Baldwin, and John Coveney said in a joint statement Wednesday, "We're grateful to Netflix for the opportunity to compose a closing chapter for these beloved characters that inspire lasting memories. Most importantly, we are committed to delivering a dynamic and satisfying conclusion to our fans that rewards their longtime loyalty." Cindy Holland, the Netflix Vice President of Original Content, says, "We are proud to be the home of the Longmire series, as so many viewers over the last few seasons have watched and been captivated by Walt's journey. There has been no better team to work with on this show than Greer, Hunt, and John, and a tremendous cast and crew, and we have every confidence that they will have a satisfying conclusion to this revered series. We are grateful to them and our friends at Warner Brothers who have been tremendous partners." The last 10 episodes will be available for streaming in 2017. Shay Mitchell is sad but proud to say goodbye to Pretty Little Liars. The 29-year-old actress who plays Emily Fields on the Freeform series shared an emotional farewell video to the show Tuesday after wrapping filming on Season 7 last week. Mitchell said, "Sad, anxious, excited, terrified, inspired, gratified, nervous, unsure, proud, upset, accomplished, relieved, devastated, lucky. I didn't know it was possible to feel so much at once, yet I sit here with all my feelings. It feels like the last day of school with just an extra bit of emptiness." She also added, our show ending is such a weird, unique thing that I only have experience from where you are sitting, the viewer's side. I remember shows I watched growing up ending, and all that came along with the series finale. Where I am seated now is so different. I don't know what my life would look like without Pretty Little Liars. Mitchell and her co-stars, including Lucy Hale, Ashley Benson, and Torian Belisario, have shared photos October 26 from their last day on set. Pretty Little Liars premiered in 2010 and will return for part 2 of its 7th and final season in 2017. Series creator Marlene King announced on Facebook Live in August, after the summer finale, which is awesome and spectacular, the next 10 episodes of the show are really going to be the last 10 episodes of the show. We're saying goodbye. Hale added, it's been such an amazing chapter of our lives, and we're so glad that you guys could share it with us. All good things must come to an end, and that the last 10 episodes are pretty crazy, so we're going out with a bang. Reality star Farrah Abraham says she didn't give her daughter weight loss tea. The 25-year-old T-Mom OG star insists 7-year-old Sophia was actually drinking milk out of a mug that appeared to be filled with flat tummy tea, which promises to help reduce bloating, support your metabolism, and increase energy. She told Us Weekly magazine she has strawberry milk and I have my tea. She wanted to take a pic like that, so no, my daughter does not have tea in her cup. Abraham had promoted the tea in a photo with Sophia on Monday, writing, "Tea time at Flat Tummy Tea at Sophia Abraham and I, after all that candy." She faced heavy backlash after social media users assumed the 7-year-old was drinking the tea. One person wrote in the comments, "I'm sure your delusional parenting ways are further damaging that child by teaching her to take laxatives to be thin." Another wrote, "Farrah, be careful with that flat tummy tea. I doubt Sophia understands anything much about it, but she is getting messages about body acceptance from you." Abraham faced similar criticism in June after sharing a photo of Sophia in swimwear and full makeup from a photo shoot. She later told Us Weekly she's encouraging her daughter to pursue a modeling career. The star said, "People can say whatever they want about me, but I have to say as a mother, I'm so damn proud of how everyone just raves about my daughter. She is so amazing and so ready for this." T-Mom OG airs Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on MTV. Model and actress Miranda Kerr struggled with depression following her split from ex-husband Orlando Bloom. The 33-year-old Australian model said in the December issue of Elle Canada that she's happy and focused on family today after dealing with her really bad depression in the wake of her 2013 divorce from the 39-year-old English actor. Kerr told the magazine, "When Orlando and I separated, I actually fell into a really bad depression. I never understood the depth of that feeling or the reality of that because I was naturally a very happy person." She said, "I learned every thought you have affects your reality and only you have the control of your mind. And also, when I wake up and when I go to bed, I have the attitude of gratitude, and I say, thank you for this beautiful day, for this roof over my head, for the fact that I have my health and my son has his health, and thank you for our family." Kerr and Bloom married in July 2010 after more than 2 years of dating and announced their split in October 2013. The former couple shares 5-year-old son Flynn and have found a way to successfully co-parenting following their divorce. The model says the most important thing is that when he has time with me, we have quality time together, and when he's with his dad, he has quality time with him. And it works really well because I book in my photo shoots for the time he's with his dad, and the rest of the time I just get to be a mom. She also revealed, "Being with my family, reading to Flynn, playing with him is my idea of a good time. We draw together, we build blocks together. I also love swinging on swings. I'm a homebody. Being at home is the biggest luxury to me. I can't help it." Kerr started dating Snapchat founder Evan Spiegel in 2015 and got engaged to the entrepreneur in July. She describes their home life as quiet and domestic on the January 7th issue of the Edit magazine. She says he's 25 but acts like he's 50. He's now out partying. He goes to work in Venice Beach. He comes home. We don't go out. We'd rather be home and have dinner, go to bed early. Actor Val Kilmer took to Facebook to address Michael Douglas's comments that he is battling oral cancer, saying, "I have no cancer whatsoever." In a live Q&A on Sunday, Douglas said that Kilmer was dealing with exactly what I had, referencing to his own battle with stage 4 oral cancer. Douglas says things don't look too good for him. In a post to Facebook on Tuesday, Kilmer says that Douglas's statements were false. Kilmer wrote, "I love Michael Douglas, but he is misinformed," explaining that he hadn't talked to his former co-star in nearly 2 years. He explains the last time I spoke to him was almost 2 years ago when I asked him for a referral for a specialist to get a diagnosis for a lump in my throat. I have no cancer whatsoever. He went on to thank fans for their support and says that he was being responsible for his health. Kilmer says, I hope this puts to rest any further concerns about my health. Whatever led Michael Douglas to speculate about my health, he is a loving and devoted friend to a privileged group of talented people around the world, and I'm sure he meant no harm. Mel Gibson offered his younger self some saggy advice Tuesday during his appearance on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. In a segment titled Big Questions with Even Bigger Stars, Gibson and Colbert shared a blanket under the stars where the Lethal Weapon star was asked questions about life and his career. Colbert asked, is Mel short for Melvin, which Gibson replied, no, it's short for When asked if he has any regrets when he looks back on his life, the 60-year-old noted, no, not one. They tend to come in clusters. Gibson was then questioned about what he would tell his younger self. He says, don't be so caught up in the little things. Take advantage of all the gifts in the world has to offer and live every day to the fullest. Before concluding, I also tell my younger self, to shut the fuck up. Gibson was featured on the Late Night Show to promote his latest film, World War II drama Hacksaw Ridge, starring Andrew Garfield. The film represents a comeback of sorts for Gibson, whose career stalled in 2006 after he was arrested for driving under the influence, and a recording was released of him making anti-Semitic remarks. Google honored Mexico's Day of the Dead celebration with a new Doodle. Released Wednesday, users who visit Google's homepage notice purple artwork that pays homage to the tissue paper cutouts that have been used to celebrate the Day of the Dead since the 18th century. According to Google, the bright, delicate paper banners indicate that life is fragile and fleeting, but also full of beauty and delight. The Day of the Dead, or the Dia de los Muertos, Google writes, honors the mysteries of life and death through both celebration and reverence. The internet giant continued by saying every year from November 1st to the 2nd, both Mexicans and people around the world honor their loved ones with offerings or ofrendas displayed on colorful altars decorated with pictures, bright flowers, candles, and their favorite foods and beverages. Google also released a collection of photos, videos, and articles on the Day of the Dead on their Google Arts and Culture page. Notably, this year, Mexico held its first Day of the Dead parade in Mexico that was attended by more than 100,000 people, according to People magazine. The parade was inspired by the latest James Bond film Spectrum in 2015, which began with star Daniel Craig navigating through a Day of the Dead parade to chase down a villain. Corey Taylor, the lead singer of the hard rock band Slipknot and Stone Sour, will release his fourth book next year, focusing on just how crazy the United States is right now. America 51, a probe into the realities that are hiding inside the greatest country on earth, will be released by Del Capo Press in July 2017 and bring into focus just how frustrated he is with his country right now. The book is expected to be heavy on politics and social commentary and built around how bat crazy my country is right now in good ways and bad ways. A literary focus that shouldn't shock anybody who has seen Taylor's Twitter feeds. According to the book's description of the DeCapel website, balancing humor, outrage, and disbelief, Taylor examines the rotting core of America, valuing everything from politics and race relations to family and man buns. By continuing the wave of moral outrage begun in You're Making Me Hate You, Taylor skewers contemporary America in his own signature style. Positioning himself as a heavy metal Howard Zinn, Taylor takes on a look at the propaganda of the United States that teaches itself about history while also celebrating the quirks of behaviors that makes a true blue American. The book is Taylor's fourth, following his 2015 collection of frustrated rants in You're Making Me Hate You and 2 New York Times bestsellers, 7 Deadly Sins and A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Heaven. NBC says it plans to air a 1-hour holiday special starring the famed a cappella group Pentatonix on December 14th. A Pentatonix Christmas Special will also feature performances by Reba, McEntire, Kelly Clarkson, and other artists to be announced at a later date. Pentatonix recently released its third holiday album, A Pentatonix Christmas. The vocalists are currently on the final leg of their 2016 World Concert Tour. Lil Wayne shared his thoughts concerning the Black Lives Matter movement in a new interview with ABC's Nightline. Wayne asked Nightline reporter Lindsay Davis Tuesday after she asked the rapper his thoughts on the movement, "What is it? What do you mean?" That just sounds weird. I don't even know why you put a name on it. It's not a name. It's not whatever. It's somebody got shot by a policeman for some messed up reason. He continued after he was given an explanation. He also added, I'm a young black rich person. If that don't let you know that America understands black freaking matters these days, I don't know what it is. Don't come at me with that dumb crap, ma'am. My life matters, especially to everyone. Wayne said, appearing agitated. 34-year-old added, I don't feel connected to a damn thing that ain't got nothing to do with me. If you do, you're crazy as shit. And before he took out a red cloth and before he cut the interview short, he says, I'm connected to this flag right now because I'm connected. I'm a gangbanger now. As Wayne walked away from the interview, he could be heard explaining, I am no politician. The question about Black Lives Matters was in connection into previous comments Wayne made about racism no longer existing in September while appearing on Fox Sports 1 sports talk show Undisputed. Early in the interview, Wayne promoted his recently released jail memoir, Gone Till November, that covers his time spent at Rikers Island in 2010. Gwen Stefani says her divorce from Gavin Rossdale was an embarrassing experience. The 47-year-old American singer admitted in the December issue of Glamour that she worried fans would think she's a failure because of her split from the 51-year-old English rocker. Stefani told the magazine, I don't think you'll talk to one person who didn't make it a marriage who's not going to feel that way. The intention of being married is the vow, right? You want to put everything into it to make it a success. She revealed, I had to work really hard at marriage all the time, like everybody, but ours was extra hard when you add that we're from different countries, both of us being in music and celebrity. Marriage was the one thing I didn't want to fail at. She also added, people can say whatever they want to about me, and I don't get too affected, but I didn't want them to think that I was a failure. There's nothing weird about how I felt. Stefani and Rossdale, who share sons Kingston, Apollo, and Zuma, split in August 2015 after nearly 13 years of marriage. The singer has since found happiness with country singer Blake Shelton, whom she went public with in November 2015. She admits this year has been mind-blowing. I don't understand my journey. It's so crazy, but one thing I've learned is that what life is. We all have to go through hard times, tragedies. Those are given to us to see what we're going to do with them. I'm in a different place now, and that is past for me. I'm in such a new place. It's not about the future for me, not really just the future, but the moment right now. Rossdale himself told the Sunday Times in October that he's ready to move on from his split from Stefani. The Bush frontman says he has enough attention to his divorce and that he's focused on his family and his kids. And here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of November 12th. Number 10, Nash featuring Olivia O'Brien with I Hate You, I Love You. Number 9, Zay Hilfiger and Zion McCall with Juju on That Beat, TZ Anthem. Number 8, Major Lazer featuring Justin Bieber and Emo with Cold Water. Number 7, Ariana Grande featuring Nicki Minaj with Side to Side. Number 6, Bruno Mars with 24K Magic. Number 5, Drum featuring Lil Yachty with Broccoli. Number 4, DJ Snake featuring Justin Bieber with Let Me Love You. Number 3, 21 Pilots with Heathens. Number 2, The Weeknd featuring Daft Punk with Starboy. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of November 12th is The Chainsmokers featuring Halsey with Closer. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1976, Carrie creeps out audiences. Carrie, a horror film starring Sissy Spacek and based on the Stephen King's 1974 best-selling first novel, opens in theaters around the United States. Directed by Brian De Palma, the film tells the story of high school outcast Carrie White, who uses her telekinetic powers to exact a violent revenge on her teenage tormentors on prom night. In addition to Spacek, who received a Best Actress Oscar nomination for her performance in that role, the film's cast included Piper Laurie, Amy Irving, William Catt, Nancy Allen, and a then relatively unknown John Travolta. Carrie became a classic of the horror genre and is considered by many critics to be one of the best big-screen adaptations of Stephen King's work. After Spacek's big break performance in Carrie, the freckle-faced actress went on to become one of Hollywood's favorite leading ladies during the 1980s. She collected a Best Actress Oscar for her performance as the country singer Loretta Lynn in Coal Miner's Daughter in 1980 and earned nominations in the same category for her work in Missing in 1982, The River in 1984, and Crimes of the Heart in 1986. She scored her sixth Best Actress Oscar nod in 2002 for a portrayal of an anguished mother in Todd Field's In the Bedroom in 2001. Carrie was also the first major box office hit for Brian De Palma. De Palma went on to helm a lengthy list of films, including Dressed to Kill in 1980 with Michael Caine and Angie Dickinson, Scarface in 1983 with Al Pacino, The Untouchables in 1987 with Kevin Costner, Sean Connery and Robert De Niro, Carlito's Way in 1993 with Pacino again, and Mission Impossible in 1996 with Tom Cruise. Following the success of Carrie, Stephen King eventually became one of America's best-known and top-selling authors. Much of the prolific Maine native's work has been adapted to television and film, including The Shining in 1980, directed by Stanley Kubrick and starring Jack Nicholson, Stand By Me in 1986, directed by Rob Reiner and starring River Phoenix, Jerry O'Connell, Corey Feldman, and Will Wheaton. Misery in 1990, also directed by Reiner and featuring Kathy Bates and James Caan. The Shawshank Redemption in 1994 with Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins. Dolores Claiborne in 1995 with Bates and Jennifer Jason Leigh. And The Green Mile in 1999 with Tom Hanks. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, November 3rd, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.